Howdy everybody, it's Amy again. This pandemic has been a reminder of the fragility of mankind towards disease. We've had it pretty easy for a long time, not having to think of the consequences of going outside, going to eat dinner at a restaurant or anything like that. But it hasn't always been the case. And no one knows that better than the people living during the colonial time. I think it's time for a Massac minute. Okay, maybe a Massac 2 or 3 minute, but you get the point. Anytime you're encountering new land or people, you're also encountering pathogens that you've likely never been exposed to. This means you also have no immunity to them, and the risk of infection rises dramatically. For example, when Europeans began settling in the Americas, the foreign pathogens of Europe wreaked havoc on the Native Americans, wiping out an estimated 90% of the continent's population. But disease isn't a one-way street. European colonies continually failed in Africa and Asia due to harsh diseases with high death rates. Common diseases that accompanied humans wherever they went were smallpox, measles, typhus, dysentery, and malaria. Children were highly susceptible to disease, especially in these new places. Because of this, colonial life expectancy was only about 35 years. For soldiers fighting in wars such as the American Revolution and the Civil War, disease was the most feared foe. Cramped living conditions and poor hygiene promoted disease and debilitated soldiers by the thousands. In his book titled Romanticism and Colonial Disease, Alan Buell wrote that disease was power. Success had less to do with military prowess and more to do with fending off disease better than your enemy. The length of time of the American Revolution was largely driven by smallpox that decimated many American and British camps. During the Civil War, measles terrorized both sides. Here at the ruins of Fort Massac, the Union's Camp Massac lost nearly 100 men to measles. For our entire existence, humans have been in constant battle with disease. Advances in medicine and health have definitely helped in that fight, but as is shown with the pandemic right now, our fight for survival will never be over. As diseases adapt and change, so must we learn and progress through research and science. And that has been your Massac Minute.